The Overhaul arc had many issues. The disconnect between Deku and Mirio's obsession with Eri and the viewer's apathy towards her. Deku using 100% full Cal and wiping the floor with Overhaul. Shigaraki, the inferior villain, having the last laugh on Overhaul, the superior villain, and the lack of an ideological battle against Overhaul are my main examples. But there's one thing that could have made all of these a lot more forgivable without changing the arc too much, and that would be more fights. Hero Academia is a battle manga, meaning that it is action driven. The Overhaul arc set up its story to be something large scale, but its fights didn't reflect this. The biggest fights in the arc were Sun Eater vs the trio, Rappa vs Fat Gum and Kirishima, and Overhaul vs Mirio, Sir, and Deku. While each of these fights were well written, for the most part, there weren't enough of these. When an action-driven story has large-scale and impactful events happening, the amount of action has to match the scale and weight. The Sasuke retrieval arc was an extremely important moment in Naruto, carrying a lot of weight, also being the final arc of part 1. The arc's action met the story scale, giving each of the members in the group their own solo fight, and even having the Sand siblings join in some of them. All of these fights left the combatants either dead or in critical condition. The Soul Society arc has an important plot, with the second main character being captured and soon to be executed. The action once again lives up to the weight of the story by having even more fights than the Sasuke retrieval, many of them being equally dangerous. Many other manga and anime do this. This is a super arc. Hero Academia has an arc with a group of villains creating a drug that can steal quirks. On top of that, the group is secretive, taking the heroes a while before they discover their base. The amount of time the heroes spend on locating them and the amount of planning they do before attacking tells us that this group is nothing to laugh at. The heroes have one chance to capture Chisaki and the Yakuza, and failure is not an option. All of these things hype up the arc's confrontation and let us know the weight of the situation. The only problem is that, as I said before, the action doesn't live up to the hype and the weight of the story. There are tons of heroes and Yakuza doing battle, yet we only see 3 of the fights. My solution is to actually use the characters that are in the arc and give them fights on the level of the 3 that were shown. Basically, make this arc take full advantage of being a super arc. The 3 fights all had flashbacks and fleshed out the antagonists and the heroes, had great writing for the physical battle, and a great conclusion that left both sides in critical condition, reflecting the seriousness of their situation. Nejire, Ochako, Tsuyu, and Ryuko were all seen at the start of the arc, like Kirishima, Fat Gum, and Sun Eater. So when both groups were put on the mission and everyone on Fat Gum's side got a fight, it felt like the same had to happen to Ryuko's side, but it didn't. These 4 did almost nothing in the raid. To help fix the arc, I believe Nejire and Ryuko should have gotten their own solo fight, while Ochako and Tsuyu get a team battle. Eraserhead and Rocklock both got a lot of attention before the raid, yet in the actual raid, they did very little, both being defeated pretty easily. This can be fixed by giving these 2 a team battle or each of them their own solo fights. All of these fights should follow what made the existing fights so good. Character development and flashback for both sides, creative use of quirks, and a desperate narrow victory. In conclusion, simply using the characters that didn't do much to add more fights of the same quality as the existing battles would have been enough to bring out more of the potential that this arc possessed. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and check out my manga for free online. If you enjoy my content, please consider donating to my Patreon. All important links will be in the description.